Hello children, welcome to the channel. Today we'll be doing the questions and answers for lesson number 3, life processes in living organisms. Here we have studied about the sexual and asexual reproduction that takes place in unicellular and multicellular organisms and in human beings and plants. So we have to answer some questions related to that given in your textbook. So let's start. First question is complete the following chart. Here there are some statements given. You have to fill the other side. So here we have asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction. This basically gives the difference between both of them. So all you have to do is write the appropriate sentence on the other side. So I have done it for you here. So you can write the correct sentence as I have shown here. Okay. So there are basically 5 differences. This question can also be asked in a different way. Give the differences between sexual and asexual reproduction. For that as well, you have to write the same answer. Then we go to the next question. Fill in the blanks. Here you have to fill in the blanks with the correct options. The correct answers are written in red. Okay, the blanks have been filled up, and here you can see them in red. Okay, so we have 7 fill in the blanks. The first one is what? In humans, sperm production occurs in the organ, the testes. In humans, the Y chromosome is responsible for maleness. So like that, fill up all of the blanks as shown here. Okay, and if you have already filled up, just check your answers along with mine. This is to help you to make sure that what you've written is right. Okay, so just check along with me if you've already done it. If not, please copy along with me. You can pause this video and take your answers down. Okay. Question number 3 is complete the paragraph. You've been given a paragraph with some blanks. You have to fill the blanks with these options given here in the in blue here that I've written. It's given in your textbook. You have to fill in the blanks using these options. Okay. So it's been done for you. There are about 4, 5, 6, 7 options. Okay. So just fill up whichever. If you've already filled up, check it with my answers here. Alright, then we'll go to question number 4. Answer the following questions in short. First is explain with examples types of asexual reproduction in unicellular organisms. We have studied in the previous videos that the different types of asexual reproduction in unicellular organisms are basically binary fission, multiple fission and budding. Okay, so if you've not studied them, if you're just coming for the answers, it won't help you. Go back and learn the lessons also. ठीक है, पीछे जाके अगर आप समझे नहीं हो तो जाके क्वेश्चंस एंड आंसर्स करने के पहले लेसन पढ़ लो पहले अच्छे से, तो आप अपने वर्ड्स में भी आंसर कर सकते हो. मैंने आपको इसलिए आंसर दिया है सो दैट यू कैन फॉर्म करेक्ट सेंटेंसेस व्हेन यू आर राइटिंग आंसर्स. ओके, दिस विल हेल्प you. Okay, so this I've given you binary fission here and also told you which mode is used, what are the requirements for binary fission to take place, and the axis of fission or division that takes place in the 3 organisms we have studied, which is the paramecium, the amoeba and the euglena. Okay, so you can write all of those details. It will be better. The more you write, the better marks you get. Now we have multiple fission where amoeba is dividing inside the cyst, and when the sufficient nutrition is available, it is opening up and releasing the amoeba. When does this happen? When there is insufficient nutrition or there are some conditions where like here, food shortages. Okay, and amoeba divides by multiple fission. Then we have budding here, which we have seen in yeast cells. Budding takes place in yeast cells. Okay, and the yeast cells produces 2 daughter nuclei by mitotic division, and this division continues till that, and the daughter is still attached to the parent till it completely matures, and then it breaks off. Okay, then we have read about how infertile couples can also have children using different scientific developments that we are seeing these days. There are many more, but in your textbook only 3 are given, so I am also writing only 3 to make it easier for you to learn. आपके textbook में सिर्फ 3 दिए हैं और भी बहुत सारे तरीके. ठीक है, these are the main basic ones that you should understand and write. Good for your exam. Okay, don't have to go through too many methods because आपके textbook में दिया है, so that is what the examiner will expect you to answer also. Okay, so write only these: in vitro fertilization, surrogacy, sperm and semen bank. Now, which precautions will you follow to maintain reproductive health? So this is applicable for men as well as women. So It is not just for girls to maintain hygiene, even boys have to maintain hygiene. Okay, then here we have what is menstrual cycle. It's a little long answer because the cycle is also long. If you write detailed answers, you'll get good marks. I've given you some detailed explanations. Okay, so it starts here. Okay, the menstrual cycle is controlled by hormones, and then it's continued in the next page here. This entire page, together you will get the answer for what is a menstrual cycle. Okay, if you write point wise and if you study point wise, you'll be able to remember better. Okay, so make sure that you write all these points carefully and learn them as well. Okay, if you understand this process, it is easier, better than by hearting these things. इसको आप एक डायग्रामेटिक फॉर्म में बनाने की कोशिश करो तो आपको समझ में आएगा कि हर स्टेप में क्या होता है. तो अब जैसे हर स्टेप को समझ गए तो आपको इमीडिएटली समझ में आ जाएगा कि मेंस्ट्रुएशन कैसे होता है. Only make sure that you write correct statements. That's the reason I am writing these questions and answers for you, so that your statements are correct, grammatically correct. Now, in case of sexual reproduction, newborn shows similarities about characters. Explain this statement. We have seen that the male has X and Y chromosomes, the lady has X and X chromosomes. So, the male is responsible for the sex of the child. So, how the gametes are the diploid germ cells, they become haploid gametes. Okay, and the haploid gametes have half. When the gametes become a zygote, it has half of the parent's characteristics, half of each parent's characteristics. तो कैसे होता है? It is all completely explained here. Again, अगर आपने ये समझा नहीं है तो जाके previous videos देख के समझ लीजिए कैसे होता है process. Okay. Then we have to sketch the different reproductive organs. This is the male reproductive organ. Okay, so you have to sketch it and label it. Okay, then we have the female reproductive organ. Sketch it and label it. This is only few are there. The main parts are given here. Okay, then we have the sexual reproductive organs of a flower. So what you have to do is draw an open flower and then mark the parts of the flower. Okay, these are also given in your textbook, so you can draw from your textbook as well. And now menstrual cycle. These are the 4 phases: menstrual phase, the follicular phase, the ovulation phase, and the luteal phase. So this is a cycle that occurs every 28 days. So you can just make this. You already know how the female reproductive organ looks. You just have to make it and write these phases. Okay. Now give the names. Again, ये जो hormones के नाम पूछे हैं और different things have been asked. Types of twins, sexual diseases, family planning methods. All this you can just write. The answers are given in red. Okay, the red ones are the answers. So write down in your notebook. Now the 8th question is the gender of the child is determined by the male partner of the couple, the father. Okay, explain the reasons. Again, you can just write down how the chromosomes are distributed, how they form, how they distribute themselves, and if the X chromosome of the father joins with the X chromosome of the mother, the baby is a girl. Okay, like that. Now explain asexual reproduction in plants. Again, there are different types from underground stem, rhizome, leaves, and aerial stem. So you can write this answer for asexual reproduction in plants. Then we have modern techniques. Again, similar to what IVF we had studied about. Modern techniques like surrogate mother, sperm bank, and IVF techniques help human beings. Of course they do. You know, many couples are not able to have children, so they can use these methods to have babies. Okay, and have children. So it is very useful for us. Yes. Now explain sexual reproduction in plants. Plants में sexual reproduction कैसे होता है? इसे हमने clearly देखा था. तो you have to write this. Pollination के टाइम क्या होता है? Anther से stigma में pollen आता है. फिर वहाँ से एक tube form होता है that goes down into the ovules. And there in the ovules, what happens? One of the sperm combines with the egg. The other sperm combines with the polar nuclei. And the endosperm and the baby plant is formed. So this is how it takes place. You can use this diagram as well as this answer. Okay. So this is how you're going to answer all your questions. I hope you understood everything. Pause the video and take down your answers. Okay. And write them well. Learn to write correct sentences, grammatically correct sentences, and it carries a lot of value when you write grammatically correct sentences. Okay. Take care. God bless.